Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to another video. I hope you're all having a wonderful day. And today I'll be giving you my early predictions for the NFL awards. So without further ado, let's get right into it. Before we talk about the NFL, we got to talk about UFC Paris going down this Saturday. Not the best card, but we still got some people on the card. Ciryl Gane, Rose Namajunas. So we got to talk about those. Starting off with Rose Namajunas and Marion Fiyette. Rose Namajunas is making her flyweight debut. Her last fight was against the former champion Carla Esparza. That fight wasn't that great. It was probably the boringest fight in the UFC history. But I believe Rose is going to show out in this fight. She's going to show us a classic version of herself. Her movement, her leg kicks, and her speed. I believe that's what she's going to do this fight. And it's going to be a great one. And for Monroe Fiyette, she's on a 4-fight win streak. They were saying that she possibly could have sat out for a title shot. Blanchfield is obviously getting that after the Grasso and Shevchenko fight. So she might have to fight one more person after this if she does beat Rose. But this is a great matchup for Fiyette. Rose Namajunas is a stand-up fighter. I believe she's going to want to bang with Fiyette. And Fiyette is willing to do that. You know, that's her style. Is to just stand up and use the karate. And I believe that's what we're going to get this Saturday. So Rose Namajunas, this is a tough fight for her. You know, going up in weight, it's always tough to, move in weight classes. And Fiyette's on a win streak. It's a very tough fight to pick who wins this one. I'm going to go with Rose. I trust Rose. I trust Rose to be able to adapt to the fight and use her speed. Because she's powerful. Her timing is really good. Rose's timing is phenomenal. So I believe that's what she's going to do. She's going to adapt, and she's going to finish Fiyette. It might be a decision, but I think Rose is going to find that timing, and she's going to tee off on Fiyette. So I'm going to pick Rose in this fight. It's a 50-50 matchup. It's a dangerous fight for Rose, but I believe her movement and her timing will win her this fight. Ciryl Gane versus Spivak. Ciryl Gane lost to Jon Jones earlier this year. It was a first-round submission, pretty dominant win by Jon Jones. And then Spivak's coming off of a submission win over Derek Lewis. So he has a ground game. I didn't watch that fight, Derek Lewis versus Spivak. I know Spivak could fight. He has power in his hands, but I didn't know he could submit. But then again, Derek Lewis doesn't have really any defense like that. But I'm going to pick Ciryl Gane. To me, this should be an easy win for Ciryl Gane, even though Ciryl Gane is not that great in the grappling exchange, and I think Spivak probably is going to try to do that. Try to replicate what Jon Jones did to him. Obviously, he's not going to be able to do that because Jon Jones is a GOAT. But I'm going with Ciryl Gane because I believe his movement, and he's going to just evade and, give his 1-2, evade, and then 1-2. I think that's what Ciryl Gane's going to do. So I got Ciryl Gane over Spivak. Alright, back to the NFL. Coach of the Year, I'm going with Doug Peterson. Doug Peterson, in my opinion, got robbed last year. And the reason why I believe that is because I think it's just literally New York media versus Jacksonville media. Big market versus small market. I literally think that's what happened. Because if we look at the reason why you give the Giants coach the award, he brought a team that wasn't that good to a playoff team. Doug Peterson did that. He took the worst team in the NFL, brought them to a playoff series, took them to the divisional round in the playoffs, and against the top teams in the league, against the Chargers, a comeback win. I don't know how he doesn't win it that year. Comeback win against the Chargers should have sealed his Coach of the Year. So this year, I believe he will get the award. Should have got it last year. This is the year. Tre'Davious White is my comeback player of the year. He got hurt early in the season last year, but he was having a solid year. He had 6 passes deflected and 1 interception already. So he was going to have a phenomenal year until he got hurt, Nah, just kidding. Realistically, the comeback player of the year is going to be Hamlin. Because that guy realistically shouldn't be on the field at all. And if he plays a full season, he wins comeback player of the year. No brainer. Alright, Jim Brown Award. This one's not really talked about that much. Because the running back position's kind of dead. But I'm going to go with Saquon Barkley. Saquon Barkley, I believe, is going to be playing with a chip on his shoulder. Because he is, the guy that people are going to look at why you don't use a first-round pick on a running back. He was a guy. He was basically like B.J. Robinson. He was very hyped up coming out of college, and he's been kind of injury plagued. But he's super talented. When he's on the field, he makes an impact. If you look at the Giants' record, when he's on the field, when he plays, it's great, and when he's not there, it's horrible. So I believe Saquon Barkley is going to go off this year because he's going to be playing with that pressure to try to prove that the running back position deserves a higher pay, essentially. Defensive Rookie of the Year, this one's going to Carter. This one's a no-brainer. Carter was legit ranked as the best defender before he even came out of the draft. The scouts were literally talking about him, saying this guy is the best defensive player on the Georgia football team. And all these guys coming out right now, they're great, but this guy's way better than all of them. And Carter coming out this year was the highest ranked defensive player in the draft class. And then obviously the off-the-field issues dropped him to the Philadelphia Eagles. And I think it's the perfect scenario for him to be playing at. Philadelphia Eagles have an elite defense already. Adding him, another elite defensive player to that team. You got Fletcher Cox, Brandon Graham already, Sweat, Riddick. You have some guys on there already. He's going to make some plays. Offensive Rookie of the Year, I'm going with Jordan Addison. Jordan Addison, this one's kind of tough because he is, basically sharing the football with Justin Jefferson. But then again, Justin Jefferson's going to be taking the best corner and the double teams all over Justin Jefferson. And Jordan Addison should be getting one-on-one coverages. And I believe he could beat those. So Jordan Addison is my Offensive Rookie of the Year. So my Offensive Player of the Year, I'm going with Ja'Marr Chase. Ja'Marr Chase, I believe, has to have a big year for the Bengals this year. Joe Burrow might be out a couple of years. I think they're trying to rush him, or not rush him, but try to get him to play week 1. I believe he should stay out until he's fully recovered, because at the end of the day, these first games don't really matter. It's more about the later games, because those later games win you championships. So, and that's what the Bengals do. They win those big time games. When the pressure's on, they win those games. But Ja'Marr Chase, I think, is gonna have to be the guy for the Bengals. Defensive Player of the Year, T.J. Watt. I feel like everybody's sleeping on T.J. Watt. T.J. Watt got hurt early in the season. I think he was putting up record numbers before he got hurt. And everybody just, forgot about T.J. Watt. I don't know how. And if you look at Madden, he's literally like a 93 overall as well. To me, that's disrespectful. T.J. Watt should be at least a 95, 97. So, T.J. Watt's my Defensive Player of the Year. The Most Valuable Player of the Year. This one was tough because Jalen Hurts can win it. Patrick Mahomes can win it. Lamar Jackson has a chance of winning it because that offense is stacked. Zay Flowers could possibly win Offensive Rookie of the Year. But those are the candidates. Josh Allen, Joe Burrow maybe, but he's hurt, so you don't know. But I'm going with Trevor Lawrence, and the reason why I'm going with Trevor Lawrence might be a shocker for all of you guys, but I'm going with Trevor Lawrence because if you look at the schedule, they have an easy schedule. They just do. They have an easy schedule. They have offensive weapons on offense. Calvin Ridley, Zay Jones, Christian Kirk. The offensive line's not too bad. You got to run back in ETN. I believe he's going to put up big numbers. Doug Peterson as your coach. And then assistant coordinator. What's his name? Zach Taylor's brother as the assistant coordinator. So I believe Trevor Lawrence will get the job done this year. And he might be MVP, if at the very least be in the conversation of the MVP. But I'm going with Trevor Lawrence because of that scheduling and because of where that team is at right now. And obviously because of the head coach, Doug Peterson. So, Trevor Lawrence as my MVP. Might be a shocker, but I believe he could get the job done. Alright. That's going to be the end of this video. Hope you guys enjoyed. Let me know in the comments who you got winning MVP and all those other awards. I might do a poll of, to see what you guys think and put up some guys for you guys. So I hope you guys have a wonderful day. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.